Right, the last recording was a little bit glitchy. Hopefully this one won't be. So, you can ask for more information about Blade and ask how we ended up on Mira.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
Yeah, there was this really cool space battle. Oh, they're going to show it
Their
again.
technology and weapons were beyond our
Sweet.
comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
Cool.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms.
So he
That
froze
plan
everything.
was the Earth Life
Yeah?
Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there.
My god, there's a guy
had
doing
no idea
donuts with a
how long
motorbike
it would
outside my
take.
house. Ugh.
Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed.
Why? We were just in the way,
For better
clearly.
and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
More information on Blade.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a
Clearly.
legacy.
Builders
after
of...
the destruction
that's not an
of Earth.
acronym.
Quite fitting.
At all.
It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space,
That's
we had
not an
plenty of
acronym.
provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines.
It's not an
to fill
acronym,
these
though.
various roles.
Ugh.
Its core was pulled from the coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now we have a single top priority that supersedes all others.
Not dying.
Search for and recovery of
What the hell's the life hold?
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Life Hold.
You lost your
This
civilization.
is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Life Hold. Are in the Life Hold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
I think it would be, yeah. All our people are just trapped in bits. Sweet. Ask about registration.
Yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report
Jimmy,
any personal
29,
assets and take a short survey regarding your
crippled.
current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
I'm
As
not
the
so sure I
caretakers of
understand.
humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
But I have to give up
In
my
any
shit.
case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest.
Yes, I will be
We
wanting
wanted
some
some
time to
time.
go find that other guy that I
Miss
missed.
Drew, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there was a guy and I was supposed to tell him and then I didn't tell him because I couldn't find him and I wasted fucking half an hour doing it. Story mission, chapter 1. Is that rewards? Okay. Landmark discovered. Barracks interior. Can we talk to Nagi again? Region. Okay. Right, so I've got a service guarantees citizenship, eh? What does this do? I'm not a free blade yet, or whatever they are in this world. Free blade, that's a 40k thing, isn't it? Yeah. It wants me to go that way. So I'm going to go this way. Damn the expense. And they're just going to let me go this way. I can't do online because I'm... Okay. Come on, Shira. Blade. Yes, we'll stick our logos everywhere because that's not... Got a bunch of IBM... Yeah, okay. So this is the SDF one, basically. I'm down with that. Wait, was there anything at the other? You have to check. No, there's going to be nothing there. I'm going to jump down anyway because I'm an idiot. It doesn't look. I'm probably just. Yeah, I'm better toggle running. Yes. We're learning. We're learning. The last episode will have been a bit glitchy as well. The recording failed. Well, it didn't fail. It recorded and then it failed to process. And then I processed it 3 more times and then I gave up. So the render's not that good.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want her to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
A load of that scale. Even the way that they
Yeah,
walk is
that is
so
pretty cool.
cool.
It's no Gundam,
yeah.
but
Work it, baby.
okay, that's a bit less cool. Geek out. I'll geek out. It's a giant robot.
Now this girl gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them.
Yeah.
The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformation.
Oh, I knew there was going to be. It's
Plus,
this is
with that
this is
tuner
Robotech.
inside
This
one,
is
it's just
Macross.
transforming over and over and over. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here 1 sec.
Lynn,
Oh, Right. Sorry.
Thank you.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA
Yes,
has
I'm
gone
essentially
from
in the
basically
SDF
nothing
one.
to
It's
this
weird.
in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without scale technology.
It's just like shadow tech.
I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only blades are allowed to pilot skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And
Yeah,
they're
figures.
a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They
You have to
choose
prove your
you,
worth by
not
doing
the other way around.
meaningless fetch
You can't just
quests.
walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test.
Yet somehow,
Blades who go above
Asclan
and beyond
here
in
will
their
stumble
duties,
through.
and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Well, I had this quest to tell someone to get to their job, but I screwed that up, clearly. I wasted half an hour doing it.
Hey! Working hard? Wonderful.
He's got to be around here somewhere.
Whatever.
I'm sure I'll ask again.
Am I right?
Hey. Listen. So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so blades usually choose their own assignments.
So does everyone get a cat girl and a
Everyone
hot
comes
anime
here and selects from
babe
the missions available on the board.
to give them a guided tour? Or am I
It's
just
not the usual
really
blade
lucky?
tasks. Anyone with a request is free to
I might
work
just be
here.
really lucky.
Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Wouldn't it be better
Whenever I
to
get
just have
freed up, I'll
PDAs?
stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo.
Yeah, the more competent chick just said that.
Elma just said that, didn't she?
Yep.
Hey.
I'm not a blade. Head to the Blade Scout console, which is here.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the scout console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you
Just
search
give
for
me
and
my
recruit
giant
other
robot
blades
and
to
let me
fill
learn for
those roles
myself.
for just such an
That's
occasion.
all I need.
You can't spell blade without team. Sort of. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What?
Yeah, Lee.
I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Okay,
Listen.
off to Armory Alley.
Hey.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
Yes, I assume I'll probably have several.
Huh? Oh, right, the door. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. I don't know where this other guy is that was slacking off. That's really irking me.
Hi. What do you think?
How's it going? Oh, wonderful. How's it going? Well, let's see.
Oh yeah, you've told me this. Right. Ignore the hierarchy nonsense. Head this way.
Yeah?
Working hard?
I've spoken to you several times. I'm getting confused now. Getting confused
So yeah,
where that guy
Blade
went.
Tower. When we come
Spoke to him
here,
once,
it's
then
usually to
lost
stop
him.
by
He's
Blade
not marked on the
HQ.
map.
The higher
don't have a
ups,
quest
like
log.
Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here.
Hey.
The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour.
Sweet.
So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now
Doesn't
that
seem like
you've
I have
seen
much
where
choice.
and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
I've got to walk all the way back now, have I? I'm sure I can walk back. Well, at least they're paying me. Other quest is going to bug me forever. All I had to do was go and talk to someone, and I failed. Can I open this yet? No. What? Moon boots.
Sir! Intel is sparse, but
Okay, so we need to go back now.
Listen.
Sorry, Master Chief, I went the wrong way.
hey,
Well, I'll say this for her, she stops on a dime. You won't let me do stuff, it's so infuriating. Wants me to go over
Am I
here.
right?
Hey.
Listen.
What's wrong? This sucks.
Yeah, it's Trevor,
What?
and we were looking for Carl. And we did a big loop, and we couldn't find him, and there's no quest log. There are achievements. We're just going to go where it wants us to go. Which is here. Can you not join the Blades and live the life of a lowly tavern master? Or shopkeep? Hello, Captain Gribbly.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Oh, I
Who
like
wants
him.
a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Koo, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can
Where did your
guess.
gun go?
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Look into Nagy's eyes and nod firmly, shrug your shoulders and shake your head. I'll be a blade. Or whatever
I
it was.
knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization.
Wonder if there's a
Elma,
branching
you
path
can
and you can
start
go
on your
rogue and be a
team.
bounty
We'll
hunter.
begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Oh, it's instantly less cool. Just because of you. Sweet.
Now then, let's discuss that training.
Yes, let's discuss that training assignment.
We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network
Yes, it's
of data
very
flows
flashy.
that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal
Yes,
blocks.
you have. It's just like
We call
Civ.
these blocks segments. Together, they form our...
Why don't you call them hexes?
We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned.
So solar collectors
The
and spy
Frontier Nav probes
satellites.
can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Wilma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Sweet. Okay, so having finished chapter 1 and completely lost a quest because I can't remember which people are which, and they despawn when you move away from them. I'm going to call it there. I've got things to do. I've now got a really sweet map that's just appeared on the Wii U gamepad, which is on a stand about 3 feet away from me elsewhere. So this starting to look a bit better. We're getting into it a bit more. If we could just get rid of that horrible girl on Shira's left or the right of the screen. I don't like her. She irks me now. Okay, anyway,